Welcome to the Knocked Off Podcast.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Jeans.
A bit tighter, like a bit more, especially how big mine is. Cha-ching! Yeah, it's just my balls are really saggy.
Hello, welcome back to the Knocked Off Podcast. Jet, how's your week?
My week was good, Isabella. How was your week?
Yeah, not too bad. And what did you get up to?
Nothing too exciting. We attended a 21st birthday party on the weekend.
Nothing too exciting.
No, same old stuff.
I'm sure the birthday boy would be quite upset to hear that.
Fuck him.
Anything else?
Put some bunting around the enduro track. I reckon I walked like over 5Ks yesterday, just out there.
Yeah, nice. What's this for?
I spoke about it on the sports edition of the podcast for the Australian Off-Road Championships starting in Roma this weekend, rounds 1 and 2.
Yeah, so Jet started his own, what would you call it? Like, little series, I guess?
I think you still call it a podcast.
Yeah, I guess so. It's strictly sport, so all things sport. I'm not there, so you might enjoy it a bit more. But yeah, we've just released the first episode this week, so you'll have to go check it out.
And because I talk about what's in the spotlight on this episode, guys, maybe you could give me a suggestion of what I should talk about
Instead. Yes. My week, I feel like I haven't got up to much either. I feel like we're just chasing our tails at the moment. Like, work's busy. I feel like everyone I've spoken to in the past week or so just talks about how tired they feel. And I think everyone's in that same kind of cycle at the moment where you wake up, go to work, come home, go to bed, and it's just like that's exhausting enough. We obviously went to Toowoomba over the weekend, and we were there the weekend before as well. So the house is looking a little bit messy. We're a bit behind on washing and all that. But in terms of my week, I didn't really do anything out of the normal. Does that sound right? Out of the norm?
Out of the ordinary,
Out of the ordinary. But yeah, that's probably it from me. Yeah. Nothing else to report on?
Nah, not really.
No.
Same old.
We might get into the Instagram then. So some of you may recall there's been a little bit of drama within the Cyrus family. So Billy Ray and Trish have divorced.
Oh, right.
There's rivalry kind of between the siblings. So when Trish got married, Miley Cyrus was her maid of honour. Noah Cyrus did not attend the wedding. Now, it has come out recently, this is allegedly, that Noah was actually seeing her new stepdad prior to Trish and him getting married. So his name is Dominic Purcell. He's 54.
Yeah, he's Australian.
Yep. Noah is 24. And it's believed that Noah and Dominic were in a situationship that lasted 8 to 9 months. So it wasn't just some casual hooking up once or twice. They were seeing each other for a little while. And goodness me, Jet's just pulled me along in my chair.
I just noticed that we're a bit out of frame on the camera.
So I forgot where I was now. Noah didn't attend the wedding.
Yep.
She was in a situationship with Dominic.
Yep.
And it's actually rumoured that he had been with Trish, then he'd been to Noah and he's gone back to Trish, and now they're married. How fucking awkward would it be when your mother brings someone home and it's the man that you've been sleeping with?
Very. Do you know who he is? He was
No.
in Prison Break.
Is he? He's an actor, right? Yeah.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
That show's over now.
Yeah. So yeah, 54 is his age and Noah's 24. So a little bit of age difference there.
Yeah, that got a bit confusing when you started bringing the mum in it, I got really confused, and then it all made sense at the end.
Yeah, so that's the drama. Noah seems to have sided with Billy Ray through this divorce. Miley seems to have sided with Trish. Nonetheless, their drama just keeps getting juicier and juicier.
Trish really broke his achy breaky heart.
I think she's been married prior to Billy Ray too, because she has the other children that I don't think are his. I think, is it Trace? The guy,
That's me.
he was in that band. I can't even think of what the song is. Anywho, kind of irrelevant. But I think that's a bit juicy. My next thing, I don't know if you've seen this yet. Rihanna has come out of retirement. So her last tour was in 2016, right? She's just performed at a Indian billionaire's wedding, like a Bollywood wedding. Do you want to guess how much they paid her to perform? I'll give you this. It's in the millions.
Oh, I was going to guess millions.
Yeah.
8.
$9.7 million. Now, she's getting slammed a bit for this performance, being told that she's just there to get her coin. It was lazy and whatnot. So, I don't know. $9.7 million, you probably want a bit of a performance out of her, but I don't think there was anything really too bad about it. But, yeah, everyone said that she was being a bit lazy. The wedding had 1,200 guests at it.
Jeez, like weeks, man.
So there was people like Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Ivanka Trump there. So all the billionaires, all the people that care about money. So I would say that it was more of like a
Whose wedding was it?
business event than wedding. So the man, his name is, I think it's Mukesh Ambani. It was his son. So
Right.
he's the billionaire, and I don't really know why he's a billionaire, but it was his child. My next thing is that Leonardo DiCaprio, your fave. I just said that's so funny. Leonardo.
Hey, why is he my fave?
Don't you like him?
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's my fave, though. He's a good actor.
Could you pick my charger up, please? So he's actually macked on with this 22-year-old model at a
Don't believe you.
secret club in LA.
Can't be too secret if the story's getting out.
Well, this is what I think is a bit funny. She's actually come out and spoken to this news site about it. So she's a Playboy model. But she's like kissed him, well, like made out with him. He said, you should come back with me. And she said no. They kissed for a while, and he was very shocked that she didn't want to go home with him. And when she had said to him that she didn't know him well enough, he responded, I respect that. But what are your thoughts on hooking up with like a, A-list celebrity and then going straight to a news source about it?
Clearly, that's all she was in it for.
Isn't it kind of shits me a bit. Like, I know that that's what they're all about, but I'm like, can't you just do anything without having to tell the world?
She's
But
only going to get
I was going to say, I guess it's
15 minutes of
putting
fame.
her name out there too. Like,
Yeah, that's not enough, though, is it?
No. But the most important thing of this story is she has claimed that his kissing skills left her feeling unimpressed and that he wasn't a good kisser.
There you go.
Poor Leo, the 49-year-old movie star. Now, this one here is, I think it can intertwine a little bit into our recent sports drama that you spoke about in Strictly Sport.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, go check it out if you want to know what we're talking about. Anyway, so there's this Love Island star, Tina, I think it's Provis. So I don't think she's on a current Love Island. She was on a previous one. So she's come onto TikTok and she's shared this DM she's received from this verified account on Instagram. Now she's scribbled out his name, so she hasn't like exposed him in that way, but everyone's figured out who it is. Anywho, this is what he's sent her. Totally seen you in Bayfield's bottle shop today and just had to follow. Followed by the like covering mouth emoji, like
Yep.
little blushy one. She's replied and said, you have a ring in your bio, ? Ha ha ha. And she was like, I'm not trying to say he's flirting with me, but she's like the emoji and like, why would you feel the need to message me, right? So she was left on scene. And then I think a couple days later, she's received this message in her DMs. It says, 100% I have a ring emoji in my bio and am happily engaged with the most amazing family ever. 3 exclamation marks. Come on, sis. I'm a fan of Love Island, just the same as the reality TV show I was on. Just because someone says hi, gives a follow, and is a fan of what you do, doesn't mean they're trying to bang ya. This is where it gets bad. And if I was, ... being a local Australian, your type are not what we are into. She's Asian.
Oh.
How fucking bad? Then it keeps going. Calm yourself. There are genuine people just like to say hi. Have a great day. This is her. Beautiful woman. And he's fucking just pulled out the racial card.
Who people
Now.
thinking it is?
You actually would know this man. It's Peter Palmer, the coach of the Manly Sea Eagles.
Just quickly, he's not the head coach. He might be like a strength and conditioner,
Yeah.
maybe.
But still, within this NRL sort of team, you'd think they would know better.
Yeah, probably. Let's not go saying he's a head coach because that would be Anthony Seibold.
Yes, but he claims in his bio on Instagram, coach, Manly Sea Eagles.
He's got fitness things in there. I'd say it would be a
He was probably like a
Strength and-
strengthening coach or like
strength and
a
conditioner.
PT or something, right?
Yeah.
He's still affiliating himself. He's actually made his Instagram private. I don't know if that's happened since this has come out. But my thought was, imagine being his wife and seeing that shit come up. That
Yeah, imagine finding out that way.
like
Big
he's seen this girl at the shops and had to let her know. Anywho, I did read a couple of the comments on TikTok and some people are saying that it was his wife that's come in or his partner that's replied to him all these days later. Like she's seen the message and the way that it's responded is like a female's response. But I don't know. It's very defensive, but yeah. I quite liked that actually, seeing that. I was like, that is disgusting, but how shameful at the same time.
Yeah, man.
And my Daily Mail article.
What show was he on?
Oh, it's on $1 Million Island, Australia, season 1. Never heard of the show, just saying.
Maybe it only had one season, eh?
I think it's just come onto TV. So my Daily Mail article is, single Aussie woman slammed after admitting the controversial tiny detail that instantly turned her off her perfect date.
Hold on, read it again and I'll try and guess what the
Yeah.
article is.
Single Aussie woman slammed after admitting the controversial tiny detail that instantly turned her off her perfect date.
Okay, so something's come up in her date
That's turned her off.
and she's admitted it and now she's getting slammed for it.
It's a controversial tiny
Yeah.
detail. But the date was perfect.
I'm going to say teeth were too yellow.
Ooh. So, I'll keep reading for you. This is what she's put in this Facebook group. I just had a first date with a guy and we got along really well. The date was smooth, flirty, and fun. However, I did notice he has very small hands and I'm worried it reflects the size of his package.
Only one way to find out, I suppose.
It then says, is this something I should worry about? Chemistry in bed and a great sex life is something I value. I worry if I take the next step with him, I'll get disappointed. What if I get the ick? She's received a lot of backlash about this. What do you think? Tiny hands? I think that's a little over the top.
How tiny's tiny, though?
True.
They can get to
Like
a point
small
where they...
hands or tiny hands?
Yeah.
Still, poor fella can't help that. That's like when people go on a lot about like the partner's height. I understand if you don't want to date someone that's like, I don't know, however many heads shorter than you. Like often females want the male to be taller. I I get that, but it wouldn't be a deal breaker, I don't think, for me personally. But at the same time, it's so out of people's control. Like, what if they the man of your dreams and they're, you know, a little bit shorter than you? Like, I think that's when it gets a bit
It's
over
clearly
the
not
top.
the man of your dreams then if you don't like them.
Yeah, but like personality wise, everything else is just spot on, but it's their height. I think that's a bit much.
Short king, stand up.
Hands, I feel like I need to see a photo of them to actually be able to comment on that. You have humongous hands. Humongous.
And it correlates, doesn't it, Isabella?
Is that humongous? Why does it sound so funny? Well, let's not go into that. But-
Speaking of which, if we just backtrack, did you get sent any DMs today of any
Yeah, I fucking
from
did,
any
actually.
listeners?
I did.
I reached out. One got sent in, so
Do you want to share?
I didn't get it.
I got one from Jeffrey Smith.
He's got to ring his
Oh,
bio
wait.
too. Now you're going to be in
I won't
trouble.
I won't be sharing. What? But yeah, the small hands thing, I don't really know. Like, tiny hands, that would weird me out a bit maybe.
Yeah.
But like, come on now. She said that this guy, everything was perfect. And like, also, try before you buy. So figure it out. And if you don't like it, that's when you cut them off.
Cut his hands off.
Or he can get like a transplant.
Hand transplant or penis transplant.
Both.
Oh.
Anywho, that's all from me.
While we're on pop culture, did you see, I don't know what her mum's name, I think it's Warren, that ran Eleanor girl on,
Oh, yeah.
she's getting slammed on TikTok.
I've been seeing
Because
that
there's been
too,
like
actually.
videos that have had like 50,000 saves of her daughter, like her 4-year-old daughter on TikTok.
Are they? And I've
And
noticed.
so many people are saying like, please stop exploiting your child, delete these videos, and she just ignores them.
I've also noticed comments saying that the ones where the child's in like less clothing or in like swimming
Or putting something in their
gear
mouth.
is the ones that have the most saves and
Yeah.
stuff, which is really disturbing.
Big time.
Like, absolutely disgusting.
So yeah, I thought I'd just bring that up. I think
Yeah.
she's on her way to
It's
getting
so
cancelled.
unsettling. So unsettling. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I see people were in the comments like, let's all just report her and then maybe they can't. We'll
Yeah.
get played or something.
Boycott. What do you have for me? Are you doing anything in the spotlight?
Yeah,
this
I'm going to
week?
be stuff in the sport. Sorry, guys.
Actually, I will just say quickly before you go on, because this kind of intertwines Spotlight to Instagram. Have you seen that Sam Kerr has been...
Bro, you just stood on my punchline.
Okay, I'll let you get on.
So Sam Kerr is facing a criminal trial for alleged incident with a police officer. She pled not guilty. She appeared at court and pled not guilty. Oh, it was via video link actually.
Which, it was overseas, right? It was like in England that she'd been charged.
That's where she lives.
Yeah. Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And it was like a few days of a trial that she had to go through.
She just come to the first court date or whatever and just pled not guilty, and then there'll be a trial coming up. So
Wow. It was racial, like, abuse.
it was a police officer was responding to a complaint involving a taxi fare on 30th of Jan 2023. Why does it take so long for shit to go through the courts? Hey, geez, it's
What was the
fucking
date
a
of
year
that?
ago. 2023, this time last year.
Yeah. Why is the
Um,
police dealing with a taxi fare issue?
Not sure.
That seems a little bit extreme.
The fucking trial's meant to last 4 days.
Yeah, that's what I read too. That's a big deal. So what
Jesus.
did she do? Do you know?
Doesn't say.
Like I'd read that she had like verbally abused a police officer.
Yeah, but that's all it said. Like nothing else of the altercation has really come of it.
Interesting. Yeah,
Mm.
racially harassing a police officer.
Oh, she racially harassed a police officer.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought it would have been the other way around.
No, but like, what is her nationality?
I thought she was Indigenous.
I'm not sure. Yeah, actually, I thought she might have been too. It says that she was charged with a racially aggravated offence following a dispute involving a police officer.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see what comes of that.
I'm guessing they'll
Um,
have body cam footage.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Otherwise, other than that, it'll be pretty hard to press charges on her if they
So,
don't have anything like
all I'm seeing though in all these sports is just racism.
that. I know.
A lot of it this week.
Let's put a lid on it, guys.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Another thing that's come out this week, bit more lighthearted. Have you seen the new Kia ad with all the sports stars in it?
No.
So there was Steve Waugh from cricket, Lance Buddy Franklin from the AFL, John Aloisi, he's a soccer player, don't know her, Mackenzie Arnold from the soccer, Volkanovski from MMA, Wendell Saylor from Rugby League and Union, Ash Barty from tennis, Dylan Alcott, you know, the in the wheelchair from the tennis.
Yeah.
Dermot Burton from AFL, don't know. Alfie Langer from Rugby League. Pat Carrigan, Adam Reynolds, and Brianna Clark, all from Rugby League. Jessica Watson, she's a sailor. Scott Sattler from Rugby League. David Boone from cricket. Damien Oliver he's a jockey.
Okay. What's the ad?
It's just promoting like their new car, and they're talking about what they're going to name it. So all have a joke and say, "Oh, you should name it the Lockyer, should name it the
Oh yeah.
Langer, should name it the Sailor, or Big
Cool.
Dell or something."
Do you think they've all now been given a Kia car?
Probably not. It's a lot of cars to give it.
Yeah, but
Darren,
you know
I'm
how-
not finished, by the way.
Sorry, but you know how dealerships just like lease cars with
Yeah, surely
like
not all of them.
sports
Maybe they
supplements.
do actually. They're all pretty.
that's pretty good
Okay.
incentive.
Darren Lockyer from Rugby League and Kerry O'Keefe from cricket.
Yeah, right.
20
I haven't seen it. Does
athletes.
the car look cool? you know what car it is? Or what they called it?
No, they haven't named it. Like that was
Oh,
the whole point of that
That's
ad.
the ad.
I don't
So
think
it's,
they named
it's
it.
not
anyway.
released yet.
Oh, it's a Ute. It's a Ute they're coming with.
Oh, yeah, right. That's a really good marketing strategy,
Yeah,
especially like in Australia.
it looks pretty cool. Bit fancy.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, I saw that. Was that today, maybe?
Kia
or
wouldn't
something?
have had utes, right?
No, that's why it's like
Yeah.
a big thing.
Yeah. They needed a good marketing strategy for that.
They've done it right there, haven't they?
They
It's
have.
like all in like
That's a good idea.
a outback pub it's set in. They're all
Oh
sitting
yeah,
around talking.
classic. And I think Australians, like, that is something that truly does connect everyone is sport. So I think that's one thing that you could definitely sway people with very easily.
Yeah,
Cool.
especially people who drive a ute. More traditionally,
Yeah.
probably watch sport.
Yeah.
And we're back on the Lenu update. Bit of a update on the whole situation. So we only got as far as the allegations that Spencer Lenu called Ezra Mam a monkey
Yes.
during the game. Then after the game, I think I mentioned that Spencer said it was all fun and games. It actually then come out that there was a confrontation between the Brisbane Broncos, a few of the Brisbane Broncos players in the
Yes.
hotel
After
because they're
the
staying.
fact. Yeah.
They were staying at the same motel, so there was a confrontation there. Not too sure what went on. Pardon me. And then it doesn't look real good. Spencer's brother or cousin or something that of that persuasion posted a story, took a screenshot of Latrell Mitchell's story after Latrell had shared like a Instagram post, and his caption was typical. And I'm paraphrasing here. I don't want to get this wrong. Paris Lenu took a screenshot of the story, posted it, and said, "The whole tribe crying with 2 crying emojis and 2 monkey emojis."
Yeah, that's so bad.
So, if his brother, I'm pretty sure it's his brother. So, if he wasn't already in hot water trying to deny these allegations that he had called him monkey, which he never denied, so not looking good. His brothers then come out and just added more fuel to the fire, something even more racist. So Spencer's looking at 6 to 8 weeks on the sideline and probably a hefty fine for that one.
Yeah. Something I said to Jet yesterday is even if you weren't in agreement, or even if even if you're not in agreement with what's going on, commenting on it, especially when you're like directly related to him,
So dumb.
does not make it any better. Like, it just makes him look worse. So, like, I think that's common sense. You would know to just keep your mouth shut. But yeah, it's just made the whole situation. It's kind of just reinstated how that's exactly what he meant. Like,
Yep.
he did want to be racist, and
Very,
he doesn't see an issue with it.
very, very stupid. But that's about it. That's in the spotlight for me. Obviously, guys, go check out. What was I calling it again?
Strictly Sport.
Strictly Sport. For everything a bit more in depth there. So if you want to catch it, pause this one, go listen to it, and come right back. Okay, Isabella, what's up your nose this week?
Okay. Now, I will start with this. I'm quite glad we didn't record.
Welcome to the danger zone, baby.
What the fuck?
I added that in there yesterday.
Yeah, so I'm glad we didn't record yesterday because I was a bit sensitive last night when I got home from work because there was a little bit of an incident that happened. So I haven't actually told anyone this, but the podcast doesn't count. Like, it's alright. No one's going to react directly on my face. So I finished work about 5 o'clock every day. It was 4:45. My day was almost over. I was walking up the stairs at work, and I got to the very last step. My arms are full of folders, and I trip. And you usually trip on a step and you can find your feet. I've done that plenty of times. Yeah, I didn't find my fucking feet. I found my arms and my face laying on the fucking ground.
You would have been looking like a fucking newborn calf
I
stumbling around.
literally was like flat, like spread across the ground, arms out, like landed on my wrists. Folders are scattered all across the floor. That was embarrassing. The sound it made, it echoed, and I was just like, the first thing I did is just lay on the ground looking around like, did anyone see that? No one. Thank God. I think if someone saw me, I probably would have started crying.
Oh, that is so embarrassing. Someone, are you okay?
Yeah. Anyway, I like go back to my desk. Everything's fine. And I'm like, fuck, my legs are hurting. So I go to the toilet. I have blood like pouring out of one leg. And I don't know how because I've like grazed it. But it was just bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. My knee has the biggest like lump in it. It's also like bruised straight away. It's got this lump. It's grazed up, almost bleeding. And then I just have to go on with my afternoon and pretend that nothing happened. And last night it was so sore where Jet was saying I was carrying on, but I dead set could not bend my knee. And I was up most of the night. I was actually aching. But then today it's been fine. Like, it's all good. But it hurts. But I can bend my leg, thankfully. But how fucking embarrassing is it to trip over like that at this age? Like, I had a fall. And I felt like I couldn't comprehend that it had happened. Like, I was so in disbelief that I'd fallen over and splattered, like, across the floor like that. And I'd, like, messaged my family, like, a photo of my legs. And I was like, can't believe I've just, like, done this. And my sister was like, are you okay? I was like, physically, yes. Mentally, no. Like, that's what really hurt me was the mental part. Like, it really hurt my ego. Like, it was so embarrassing.
Yeah, it's always embarrassing when you do that thing.
And the fact that no one saw it was great. But, like, I now have to live with that. Just me. Like, it's so embarrassing.
You bringing this up reminded me, when we first started marking this enduro track out that I've been talking about,
Yeah.
we were like walking around, just putting spray paint on trees and shit so, people would ride on the track when you're first marking it, you can see where you're going, blah, blah, blah. I was walking along beside someone else and like a fairly big stick, like, come up my leg, got it in between my legs, and I fucking tripped over so hard in front of someone else. It was very embarrassing. It, like, got up between, like, and it tripped me, and I just went straight down to my hands. Like, I couldn't even, like, run out of it because it just tripped me, like, straight away.
You know what I was thinking would be more embarrassing for me yesterday? If I had have actually, like fractured my wrist or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd, like, have to go and explain, what's happened? And I'm like, I've tripped up the stairs. And I feel like if someone come up to me and was like, oh my God, I just tripped up the stairs, I'd think they've just tripped up the stairs. I did that, but I was flat on the ground. Like, and I was really surprised no one saw me because I had two people waiting at the bottom of the stairs for me to come back down. And they heard the sound.
Tripping up was better than tripping down, I suppose.
Yeah, tripping down. If I had have done that, I would have actually really hurt myself.
That shit would have been everywhere you were holding on to.
But it was so defeating. Like, I was just laying there. I was like picking my folders up while I'm like laying down. Yeah. Anyway, the only other thing up my nose is something that I was going to mention last week and I'd forgotten about. And I sell some clothes on Depop, like on the occasion. I have stuff up on there. Some people buy them sometimes. I've had this like brand new outfit that I bought last year, and it would have cost me in total like $150, $160 or more dollars plus postage. It's brand new. Tags are on. It's sold out online, so you can't get it. And this girl, I had it listed for $115, and I listed like kind of high, so that way people can offer me a bit lower. It's like fine. She offered me like $50, and I was like, no, I'm not accepting that. And she got really shitty about it, and she sends me a message, and she's like, hey, just so you know, this outfit is on the website on sale in the colour green for so much cheaper. And I'm like, well, that's cool, love, because the one that I'm selling is pink.
I literally would have told her, okay, go
If you
buy
want
the green one.
if you want the green one, go buy the green one. And I just said to her, I was like, I think the reason why the green one is on sale for so cheap is because they have one size left and it's not a common size. But you go ahead and buy that if you like. Anywho, she didn't reply after that, but she keeps sending me offers every day, which are like $50, $60, $55, $65. And I'm like, no.
She clearly wants it.
I know, and that's why I just keep sending. So I sent one back yesterday. I was like, $90. Let's see what she says. And she's come back today. We've come to an agreement of $85.
It's
So
not too bad.
let's see if she actually buys it. Well, I figured if I say no to $85, no one else is probably going to buy it.
No.
So, like, that's a bit of a win for me. But why do people do that shit? Like, it really annoys me when they, like, lowball you like that.
I know. It's
If
part
I
of
wanted-
part of the game, I suppose.
If I wanted, like, less than half the price I listed it for, I would have listed it for that. But the fact that she brought in, like, the colour and, like, everything that was on sale, but it wasn't even that set, I was like, girl, you got issues. Like, she really wants it. But yeah, that's all that's up my nose, I would say. What about you?
Let me have a look. See, there's a bit up my nose, Isabella. There always is.
Always.
I mentioned this last night before I went to bed. I just was seeing so much hate,
Yeah.
so many hate comments on
Social media.
social media. You know, people on the opposite side of the whole Spencer Leniu thing. You know, saying that it wasn't that big of a deal. Blah blah blah. What else? Saying that Vegas was a failure. People saying that Jet Lawrence should have been disqualified from the Supercross.
It's just silly, hey?
Just negative fucking
People
Nellies,
can
bro.
never be happy, like, with anything.
You know what the worst thing is? They usually got either a sports team logo, a car, a boat, or something of that variety as their profile picture,
Yeah.
and their profile is private. If you want to come on some public forum, state your opinion,
Yeah.
you should
fucking
have to have a public account.
Yeah, 100%.
Same thing with my little mate on TikTok,
What's his name?
Berkey Yap Yap, his account is.
He is a yap yap, isn't he?
But he has the most bizarre, out of the fucking way opinions. He's carried on about how TikTok is like shadow banning his videos and shit,
For a reason.
but he limits his comments.
Yeah, so only people that agree with him can
Yeah,
comment.
so he's got the shits on that TikTok is limiting his stuff, but he's limiting people to
viewing and
Well, commenting on it because he'd get backlash for sure. If I could comment there, I'd be commenting some shit.
yeah, 100%.
Says the most bizarre stuff. So that was just really pissing me off. Like, if you want to have an opinion, expect to get it back, or stop being so negative, people.
It's kind of sad, and I can see. I don't have a lot of sympathy for people who are influencers, which probably sounds really like harsh, but I don't, because in my eyes, which also probably sounds harsh, when they complain about how hard their job is, sometimes I find it really hard to sympathise with them, because I'm like, okay, your job is going, getting a coffee in the morning and sitting in the car and then filming a few TikToks. Like,
I get the idea because editing,
that's hard.
It's a strenuous thing to do.
It depends
but
on
it is
what,
not.
Yeah.
You cannot say it is a hard job, because a hard job is labour work. You wouldn't say that your job is hard, would you?
Yes.
Yeah, but not physically. That's what they're like.
Not physically hard, but it's mentally. And
that's what I'm saying. That's the part.
It takes brain power. So I don't agree with what you're saying in that instance.
But when they say, it's actually a really hard job, when you compare it to some really labour-intensive jobs and how strenuous they are, and the
job
hours.
I do, and I think.
Yeah, no, but that's what they want to say. It's a hard job. Look at that other side of the scale.
Yeah, but what I mean is that the only thing that I think I can sympathise with these people is people like that who hate no matter what they do. Like, you could be honestly like such a like a non-problematic person, and someone's always going to have something to say.
You know what gets me? It's like someone will be like, put up a video. Here's me making a banana smoothie. And it's like, what about for people who can't eat bananas?
Oh.
I don't know. Go find another fucking video.
That really pisses me off.
It's like, this video is clearly not for you. Just keep scrolling.
Yeah. Like, just keep going.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could look up banana-free smoothie if you wanted.
Okay, here's me making a bacon wrap. What about if I don't like bacon? I don't fucking know.
I see that often, because I would say I'm on a bit of I have a lot of food stuff on my For You page. And people will put like a recipe up, and then they're like, well, I would have done it like this. And it's like,
okay.
Yeah. And then I saw one exactly today. It was a $10 meal, because they all, you know what they say, like, we want to see a $10 meal, but it has to be under $10. It can't be $10.10. So this girl, she's like showing this high protein, like chicken and pasta recipe. And then they go, where's the seasoning? Where's the flavour? And she's like, you wanted it for under $10. So if I go and buy all this seasoning, it's not going to be under $10, is it? Like, and she had actually like said in the video, she'd bought like crushed tomatoes that had already like seasoning in them. And she's like, this can replace like the seasoning. They still had something to say. And I'm like, you try and do so much for people and they still just.
And it's like hard.
don't.
Like, I get what that comment's saying. It's like, well, you probably have seasoning in the cupboard, but then if she puts a seasoning on, it's like, well, you didn't have the seasoning in the house. It's like,
you didn't buy the seasoning. Yeah. You can't win. Yeah.
But yeah. So, influencers, I get that editing's hard. That is the hardest part of the job, and that takes like 20 minutes, especially like a little TikTok.
Yeah. I would love to get sent lots of clothes and have to record a haul every day.
It's one thing I do not enjoy doing is video editing.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next point. Uploading on YouTube. Something I knows. Uploading a fucking video and then it doesn't upload properly, so then I got to delete it. And it takes like 12 hours to upload a podcast on there.
That's shit, hey.
It's so frustrating.
I don't think in this day and age it should take so long.
Yeah, I know.
I'm surprised it does.
I guess like to keep the quality, but Jesus, why is it? It's like a 50-minute video. Why does it take that long to upload?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's about it. That's all that's up my nose.
Nothing else?
I'm
Do you have
content.
any Reddit?
Yeah, I do.
things for me?
Have you got anything else, Dad?
No.
Where is my Reddit app?
Actually, I was going to give a
Welcome to the danger zone, baby.
I was going to give a little recommendation for anyone probably similar age to us, and it's on Spotify. So I listen to music like all day at work, every day. So I can't listen to the same playlist all the time, because as soon as I hear the same song like twice, I'm like, okay, that's enough. So I've recently discovered on Spotify the SingStar playlist. So the one that I would recommend to the listeners this week is SingStar 80s. It's got some good bops on there. And you know how SingStar had a few like rogue songs that were like not popular? It's kind of nice to hear them because it's like muscle memory stuff. Like,
What a few of the songs on there?
well, hold on, let me open it without playing it. So the first song is Our House.
Sing it.
You know the song?
Sing it. Go on.
Our House in the middle of the
No,
street.
that's not singing.
We built this city, Uptown Girl, and then you got like, it's all very similar. Ice Ice Baby, Tainted Love, Never Tear Us Apart.
Was also Baby in the 80s.
Yeah.
Damn.
9 to 5. Poison, that's one that gets you going. There's just like a few random ones though, but I actually really love the SingStar playlist. There's heaps on there, so there's like all the different SingStars, so like 80s, 90s, 2000s, rock, party, pop. But my other thing, which I don't know how
That's
many,
a lie. That's not 80s, bro. I saw this Baby come out in this.
it's the SingStar 80s like thing.
Yeah, well, I saw this Baby come out on the 22nd of August 1990, so...
Oh, well, I don't know. 1990. That's very, very close.
Say it really slowly.
Ow. Anyway, something that I was going to share as well, because I only discovered it in the last couple of weeks, so I don't know how many other people are aware of it, but Spotify do this thing called a day list, and they pretty much create a playlist based on what you would usually listen to at that time of like day, on that day of the week. So it updates like periodically, so every like few hours or so. So mine right now is Nostalgia Late 90s Evening. It says you listen to Superstar and Empowering in the evening. And then it says that it will next update at 9:46 p.m. So at the moment it's 10 to 7. So I'll have another playlist at that time. The only thing is like you can't like save that playlist.
Oh, that's annoying. Bit
So
like
I
the
had
radio.
Yeah, I had like a few really good ones that I really liked, and it's usually the ones I like listen to at work. But yeah, it's constantly changing, which is good because I think the songs they put in there are songs that you would like, but it's not necessarily songs you've saved. It's just like similar
I
artists.
have a
or
bad habit
whatever.
of that. Just listening to
Yeah.
songs I search up rather than actually
Yeah.
put them into a
So
playlist.
I've actually been really liking that. So that's Daylist on Spotify, and it's been good for me because I was going through that cycle of listening to the same thing over and over. So I feel like I always have a new playlist now, which is kind of cool.
That's what I need, maybe.
Yeah.
Bit of a pain when you go to service, so that's why only time I really listen to my music. So I listen to podcasts, and when I run out of service, I put my music on.
Yeah.
Anyway, ready for my Reddit
I am.
subreddit? This was on the subreddit Ask Reddit. Question is, what is the most obvious sign a couple won't last long?
Oh. Are you
So-
asking me this question?
Well, I'll ask you, but I'll read a few out
Okay.
that people have put in. This one here I thought was bizarre, the first one I read. I knew a girl from college who changed her surname on Instagram to that of the guy she was dating almost every time she started dating someone. I saw it change 3 times to surnames that weren't hers before it stabilised. That is the ick.
Can you say that again?
Oh, no.
I need to process it. I just read that thing out to you like 3 times.
I knew a girl from college who changed her surname on Instagram to that of the guy she's dating almost every time she starts dating
Why
someone.
would you do that? I was just
So-
making sure I heard that correctly.
I saw it change 3 times to surnames that weren't hers before it stabilised.
That's fucking weird or what? Imagine being the boyfriend.
Someone replied to that, well, that's a good way to get dumped.
That's weird. Wow. That's really embarrassing too.
Yeah.
I think that's a common thing.
No, but I thought that was pretty crazy. Jeez. What do you reckon one is?
Maybe.
Oh, this one's good. They casually show signs that they don't respect each other. It can be a lot of eye rolling, mocking, condescending laugh, casually saying you're so stupid, embarrassing in front of friends.
Yeah,
Very true.
condescending, yeah. I would say like publicly, like not publicly arguing, because obviously people argue, people disagree. But when it's like you're known as that couple that's
Yeah.
always fighting in public, that's a red flag.
Yeah, fighting in front of your friends, never good. Never a good sign.
And also like, even if I feel like us, like even if we're like shitty with each other, you just like get over it for the
Yeah.
sake of other people around you. Like it's not fair on everyone else that they get to be part of that. Like
This one says when they talk shit about each other to their friends. It's like, yeah, bad men. Oh, Jesus, like a big ass thing someone's put up on.
My other one would be, which could be unpopular opinion, but like when one partner posts them like obsessively and a lot, and the other one doesn't. Yeah,
Even when they do post obsessively,
That's
both sides
enough.
of that
Yeah,
is
it's
like,
weird.
you guys are a recipe
Yeah.
for disaster.
I also don't like, because I think in that instance, that's to me is like people feeling like they have to justify how good their relationship is on social
Yeah.
media. Are you thinking of people right now?
Yeah. After I was married about 3 years, a co-worker that had been married for a few months asked how long we lasted before we run out of stuff to talk about. Ugh.
Oh no.
Yikes. We didn't.
Oh, that's so
Not
bad.
what you want to hear.
Any others?
Attempting to transform the other person in its entirety never succeeds, they say. Which is very true. When you see someone just trying to change the shit, it's like, no, well, that's kind of the person they are.
Yeah. Why change for someone either? Like, bit sad, isn't it? Okay, this is my other one actually. When people are in a relationship and you know that like, so say there's like a partner and you know that people around them don't like them.
Yeah. When your friends don't like your partner, probably a pretty good sign that they're probably not going to last.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good indication. And also, like, how awkward would that be
Yeah.
to hang around?
Yeah, if your friends are coming at you saying they don't really like your
And, like, there's,
partner.
I feel like it's a case by case. Like, maybe your friends are being controlling or over the top, but I think your friends would know you best and would know what. Like, I feel like your friends can see through people, right?
Or maybe we're destined to break up, Isabella.
Why?
When one says sorry all the time and the other one doesn't.
Okay, what you just said, you were being condescending.
You never ever say sorry.
What? Jet's saying that
This
because
one-
he
this one-
doesn't know how to.
Their ability to apologise when they're wrong.
Okay, Jet, this is Jet when he says sorry. I'm sorry that you got upset about what I said.
Oh, bullshit, I don't
And then
say
he goes, but you shouldn't have done this, blah, 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 blah. He always has to justify why he said something.
joint Facebook accounts.
Ooh.
Someone can't be
That's
trusted.
like that's like a 50-year-old person thing.
Yeah, someone said if it's a boomer, it's forgivable.
Yeah.
But clearly someone can't be trusted if they...
Oh, actually, I've got one because this has happened to me. You know, like when you're like just mates with someone and then all of a sudden you can't follow them or like you're blocked and it's just because they've got a new girlfriend. It's like, block.
You're thinking of one of my friends right now?
Maybe.
Loyalty tests are a top red flag, someone said. So like when you put someone else, like it's pretty big in America, like to get people to do this. Not so much Australia, I don't think. Like to put someone else up to a test on your partner to see if they're going to be loyal. It's like, well, clearly you don't trust them.
Yeah.
Why do you need to prove that?
Yeah, like when people like send like fake DMs and stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really poor. Like why are you with someone if you want to? It's like you want them to say something.
Yeah. When one or both people use a relationship to feel whole or fulfilled. Yeah. Like going into a relationship, like looking
just
for one.
because you need one.
Yeah, you're probably not going to last.
Yeah, when I hear people just talk about how they need a girlfriend or they need a boyfriend, I'm like, no, you don't.
This one's funny. When they're both in their late 90s.
I like that one. What else?
This one annoys me. Where every time one of them is wrong or makes a mistake, the other person calls on a friend explaining what was wrong.
That's like humiliating.
Yeah. It's like, they did this.
What, yeah, why do you have to put someone down to make yourself feel better?
So here, you lose them, here you got them. A relationship starts with cheating.
Yes. It happens way too often,
Yeah.
doesn't it? I don't understand the logic behind people when they get, like, someone's cheated on their partner with you and then you stay with them. Like, how are they not going to do that again? They will.
They're going to get bored, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this last one. They moved very quickly. They met just weeks ago and they're already getting an apartment together and playing
And a dog.
house and etc.
I was going to say I feel like we got like a dog kind of early in our relationship, I guess.
Been dating for like a year.
Yeah. But you know when it's been like a couple of weeks and they're like, meet the new addition to the family. And you're like, that
Oh.
poor animal.
I can think of other things to say, but I'm going to refrain from saying them in this
It's
situation.
probably a good idea.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you might like to add?
Merchandise.
Yes. So our t-shirts are due to arrive tomorrow, everyone. So when you're listening to this, they hopefully will be here. We're hoping to get them all posted as soon as they arrive so they can get to you guys. We're really sorry about the delays. We did have a bit of not a mishap, but just poor communication between the
Yeah.
supplier and us. They didn't really notify us about anything, and they have not stayed within their like turnaround times, which has really frustrated
And
us.
it was a
I
bit
guess.
suspicious that I'd called them and then they were being dispatched to that
that
afternoon.
afternoon.
Oh, the
because-
fucking camera turned off. Anyway, proceed.
It really annoyed me because it said like 7 to 10 business day turnaround. It got to like 10 days. I'm like, okay, well, where is it?
Yeah.
And it just kept saying like waiting to be like produced or whatever.
Yeah.
And then emailed, nothing back. Jet called that same day. This was like it'd been a week over the turnaround time pretty much.
Pretty much.
And they're like, oh, they're getting sent this afternoon. It's like, so you're making them right now? Like, what's the hold up, people? I understand. I wouldn't say they're a small business.
No.
So it just really annoyed me because their whole website, when I was looking for help, all I could find was review, and how good they were and how good they were at communicating and all the rest. And I was like, well, not for us. So probably won't go through them again, guys. But yeah, we should have the t-shirts to you very soon. And just, I think, stay tuned on our Instagram stories. It's probably the best way to
easiest
stay
way to do it.
like updated on things and what we're up to. So
We've dispatched a few of our hat
Yeah.
only orders, so
yeah, so if
expecting
you've
them, guys.
ordered a hat, it'll be on its way to you already. And hopefully the teas will be sent out in the next day or so as well. We've got it all ready to go. We've just got to get the teas and
pack it up.
put them in a parcel bag and
And then
go
all the local pickups, guys, we'll let you know.
when they're
here.
and then we'll go from there. But again, thank you guys for ordering them.
Yes, thank you for
We
supporting
appreciate
us.
the support. It's obviously not supporting us in any like monetary way at all. We just spend
No.
a lot of money on shipping actually, but it supports us as a podcast and
Gets
it
our
gets our
name out
name
there.
out there, and it's a bit of fun as well. I think that's the best part is
Yeah.
our mates have our podcast on their tee, which is so good. So yeah, I think that's all we really have to share. But we're always looking for feedback, and we always are keen to know what you guys want to hear. So let us know what you want to hear from Jet to replace the Spotlight. Check out.
Let me know if you like the
his
Strictly Sport episode. If you don't like it, I'll
And-
stop doing it.
And let us know your thoughts on the merch when you get it, I guess. Hopefully,
Yeah, post it to your stories, tag us so we can share it.
yes, make sure you tag us. And hopefully this time next week, you guys might have some teas.
Yeah, I think they will.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys next week. And thank you for listening.
Ciao, ciao.